What's up, everybody? It's your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. You know, we had to do it. We've been talking crap on crypto for years now. We was tired of y'all in the basements going crazy on the forums, but we decided to bring an expert on to discuss the myths, the facts, the future, the possibility of crypto. Because listen, we all about the blockchain now. But y'all out here getting crazy. Now, you saw Squid Game today, but we're going to go on to that. Mr. Madefive from the Black Crypto Network. Please introduce yourself to the audience. Talk to us.
Thank you. Again, thank you, Ericka, for having me on. I appreciate it. Shout out to the Classy Climb family. Thank you guys for having me. So, first of all, I always start like this. I'm just a black man that gives a damn. I'm nobody special. I'm just somebody that's been in the cryptocurrency for about 5 years now, and I've been sharing that. Sharing my journey within cryptocurrency for, straight 5 years. I never left during the bear market of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's just, I'm a very transparent person in terms of, showing you and showing people like on Instagram, for example. If you go to my Instagram at Madefive, you can see you just got to keep scrolling, but you'll see I have lots and lots of information, lots of posts about cryptocurrency and stuff like that. And so, it's one of those type of things where I'm not, again, I like to set the expectation that everybody understands that I'm just at the end of the day, I'm just an average black man. I don't look at myself as like, oh, I'm better than you or I'm above you or none of that type of stuff. And so with that said, I am a person that has been committed to my investments. Obviously, this is one of I invest in different asset classes. But cryptocurrency is one that I narrowed in on and focused hard on over the last 5 years, and it's been very prosperous for myself and my family, and also for others. I've been sharing this information. I've had numerous of people hit me up and say, "Hey, thank you for changing my life. Thank you for putting me on game on this crypto or this, that, and the third." And so that's just what it is. Now, if you want to know a little bit of my background. What I do is I run a business that primarily I sell tickets to comedy concerts, sports festival, theater, Broadway, all that type of stuff. And that company is called The Ticket Plug. So definitely check us out if you ever need something.
T-shirt.
Yeah. If you ever need something from the in terms of concerts or comedy or sports, we got all that type of stuff on deck at theticketplug.com. So always check that out again at theticketplug.com. Now, again, that's what I do. That's how I provide for my family, all that good stuff. Now, in terms of crypto, this is just one asset class that I invest in. But I felt the need to want to come out and speak more, be a little more open, more vocal on maybe platforms like YouTube and other things like that, because I'm seeing it's been a very interesting journey for me. I've seen things where all right, so this is my second bull run. Right now, we're in a bull market. We're in a bull run right now. And I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen the market sentiment be, just as high as it is now back in 2017. And a lot of us back then, we made a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors. And then I've seen, 2018, 2019, when the sentiment wasn't that bullish. It was actually bearish. People were down on cryptocurrency. And so to get to where we are now, after going through a bull market, I came in literally at the beginning of the bull market of 2016. The bull market, then, go through a bear market. And then now we're back into a bull market. I realized that I've got to go a little harder, and I gotta make it known to folks out there that that cryptocurrency is bigger than just a quick flip. It's bigger than just getting in and getting out with your money. This is something that is really more so centralized around ownership and freedom, if you ask me, and others as well, people that are well versed in crypto. And so that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about some of that type of stuff. And obviously we're going to get to some of the myths and the future of crypto, stuff like that. And, but that's who I am. Again, everybody, I just want you to understand, I'm just like you. I'm just like you, out here trying to make a living, running businesses, making investments, growing in my investments, growing with my businesses and stuff like that. And obviously for the betterment of my future, our children's future, and our grandchildren. That's the key. When we talk about crypto, we're talking about our grandkids. All right.
Listen, so you guys, why did I pick Mr. Anthony, I know him personally, for this today. He has shown me nothing but for the past 5 years being a true investor, consistent, studying it long term, and he has a real business. And he also invested with me in some other partnerships. And you'll be amazed that people are like, yeah, I'm an investor, and then something doesn't go left. Oh, wait. And I've seen him be nothing but consistent and put his own money to the table. And so that's what we always desire to bring on this channel. People who are consistent. They do this every day. This is his website, the Ticket Plug. He's not just some guy here throwing something up on Ticketmaster. He actually controls his own destiny with his own platform. And that's a whole nother conversation. Some of y'all might miss that, what I just said. But we can talk about that on another day. But I want you to understand, like, having a real business, this is kind of where it matters, okay? The other part is, let me go to share your Instagram because you had mentioned it. So again, that's ticketplug.com.
I gotta say this as well, because if you don't know me, I'm very radical. All right, I know
it's a disclaimer page.
Rated R for radical. I embrace that. At the end of the day, it's out of love, though. I want folks to understand I'm not some crazy deranged guy out here just talking conspiracy, nothing like that. No.
No, you are who you are.
Right. This is just who I am. This is how I roll. If it offends you, again, you can just keep moving or something like that. You can just find the post that works for you. If you're just looking for crypto stuff, we got plenty of crypto stuff on the page. But just know that, I'm considered to be quote unquote a radical. Like, I've heard people told me that I'm shadow banned on Instagram, and I'm like, why? It's kind of crazy. But
well, you know how y'all know I'm not a lover of Instagram. I think it's a platform that makes money, but the biggest platform to me, in my opinion, is YouTube, because they have partnered with Google. And so it's like, oh, Ericka, I couldn't see your recent videos, but you watched a video from 3 years ago on me. So it's like, I'm gonna be up in this network. I'm in this, putting digital real estate all up in this mud. And I encourage anybody else who wants to make digital real estate to do so as well. But
it's real.
Part of why I chose you is because you've been consistent. You've lost money. You show where you lost money, show where you made money. A lot of people, and no shade, no harm, no foul, but there have been people who hop from thing to thing. They own Bitcoin, then they own something else, then they own something else. You've consistently, for the past 5 years, I've known you've been like, the Ticket Plug, Lady J Sauce, and this right here. You're gonna get these three consistently. So, So I'm gonna start it out with this one. This one's the most easiest. Please explain crypto to me like I was 2 years old. That's what she said.
I can do that. I don't know about 2 years old, but I can definitely do that, though. I can definitely kind of, I'm a person that when I break things down or when I talk about crypto, I'm not. So let me say this as well. I'm not the super technical guy in crypto. I'm not. I know this is Tech Tuesday. Shout out to having a Tech Tuesday and stuff like that. But just know I'm not a developer in crypto. I know developers that develop in cryptocurrencies right now, but I'm not a developer. Now, do I understand the basic level of, like a lot of the technical stuff, technical side of it? Yes. And so I can definitely break some of that stuff down, from my perspective, from my level.
Do it. You got this.
All right. Oh, you ready? You want me to break it down now?
What I'm going to say is, y'all, what's funny is I bought I'm going to give a disclaimer. I bought some Bitcoin and some Ethereum and something else, Litecoin and something else, for the book, Smartphone Millionaire, How to Invest in People, Businesses, and Real Estate from Your Palm of Your Hand. Yep. Now, I forgot about it. And my VA said, man, you got all these emails from Coinbase. What do you want me to do? You want to delete these or what? I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Hold. And I had forgot. I went over there and I said, hey, who got 10 bands all of a sudden? So, Anthony's like, just hold on. I'm like, no, I'm taking that money. And now I'm like, damn. Okay, well, lesson learned. So
you took the money. You sold.
I took some of it.
Okay. Yeah, so, good. You took profits.
Counts like I think $2,000 left in it.
Nothing wrong with taking profits. There's nothing wrong with leaving your runners to run. Let your runners run.
So but that's why I just want to show y'all, like, when I ask somebody, when I say, okay, well, who do you ask, Ericka? This is a person I ask when I'm making decisions. So just giving y'all intro. So break it down for us.
Okay. Yeah. So this is kind of how I'll start first. I want everybody, if you have time, go check out a documentary that's on YouTube. It's called A Century of Enslavement: The History of the Federal Reserve. All right. So again, A Century of Enslavement: The History of the Federal Reserve. I don't know if I can post it in the comment section or what have you, but if I can, I'll share the link. Or I can send it to you, however you want to play.
Send it to me, and we'll put it in the description. We'll put probably pin it top.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna send you a plethora of links. All right. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then you can decide how you want to get that out, distribute it out to the Classic Climb family. But so basically, you gotta understand the way the fiat currency system is set up. The way we have our dollar system. I mean, like the dollar, for example. They call that, that's fiat currency. the way is in a nutshell. We have things like right now, like inflation. We're literally going through an inflation cycle. Some people say a hyperinflation cycle. I don't know. I just know that everything that I used to pay for that was what it was is now higher. Mm-hmm. And so understand that that's kind of all built in to our financial system. All right. The money that, the money that is brought into the system, it is brought into it from things like the Federal Reserve, which again is just, money that gets put into the system. Now, I don't want to get too specific in all of how that is broken down. Again, watch that documentary. It will break it down for you. You kind of have a good surface level understanding. But I wanted to start there so that you understand that, as we get older, as time goes on, things are going to continue to inflate. All right. So, and that's just common sense. I think everybody understands that. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin, all right, because that was the introduction that I had coming into crypto. And so that's why I like to stay there. And also Bitcoin, if you don't know, is the market leader. It is the number one cryptocurrency. In fact, I think it's worth like over $1 trillion right now. And the entire crypto space is only worth about 2.6 trillion. So it's one cryptocurrency is worth, almost half, or probably more than half or close to half of the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem at large. All right. So I want you to understand that Bitcoin, there's a reason why everybody probably has heard about Bitcoin right now. And that's because that is the first mover. That is the head honcho. That's what dictates when we're in bull markets and when we're into bear markets. It's that simple. Mm-hmm. Now cryptocurrencies. Now Bitcoin. Let me talk about Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency that is pretty much built on. So the underlying technology is what they call the blockchain. Mm-hmm. And so the blockchain technology is basically like an infinite digital ledger. All right. Now, mind you, we're talking about public blockchains because blockchains have been around for some time now. People, banks and stuff like they've had private blockchains where, they have their own ledger system and all that type of stuff. We're talking about, when we say blockchain and we're talking about cryptocurrencies, we're talking about public assets. We're talking about, like I said, public blockchain. So these are infinite digital ledgers. So every time there's a data transaction, it's recorded on the actual blockchain itself. And then the transactions are just chained together. Next transaction. And what this does is this prevents things like, having double transactions. So we're talking about, so now that we're talking about, that's the underlying technology is blockchain. All right. Now that's what Bitcoin is, built upon. So Bitcoin has its own coding system, its own blockchain. All right. And that's what, and I'm sorry if I didn't explain that. The blockchain itself, it deals with coding and all that type of stuff as well. So keep that in mind. We're dealing with some very technical stuff. Again, a lot of this type of technical stuff is above my expertise in terms of, like I have a little bit of coding experience, but I couldn't right now write, I couldn't take the code of Bitcoin and go create my own cryptocurrency. I would need the assistance of another developer. All right. Now, with that said, Bitcoin is also it has two purposes. Okay. So hopefully I explain. I don't know if I'm jumping too far ahead, but hopefully I explain that. We talked about the blockchain. That is the underlying technology of all these cryptocurrencies. And that technology is just an infinite digital ledger. That's all it is, but it's chained together. It's tied together through the coding and all that type of stuff. So it's programmed in. You understand this stuff is programmed. All right. Now we're talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a digital currency. Obviously, it's the leader. We all know that. But it has two purposes or two big value propositions. Let me say it like that. One is it's a store of value. That's the easy one I can talk about. So it's a store of value. And so people call it digital gold. Okay, so it's very similar to like how people collect the asset gold. We just accumulate gold. People hoard gold, stuff like that. Same thing in Bitcoin's case. A lot of people look at Bitcoin and say, okay, because of the way Bitcoin is programmed and it's structured, its fundamentals, And I can explain that in a little bit. I'll explain that in a little bit. Because of how it's programmed, this is an asset that's just going to keep going up in value over time, as long as more people adopt the network, because that's what it is. Bitcoin is a network. And so as long as people are adopting the network, adopting Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin is going to go up. So this is why you see a lot of hedge funds, family funds, corporations. You see now this year, at least now, you see a lot of corporations now buy into Bitcoin, holding Bitcoin on their asset, on their balance sheets and stuff like that. And so again, that's why a lot of people don't want to spend their Bitcoin or send their Bitcoin. They want to, hoard it, because they know that over a period of time, the asset is going to continue to increase. And I'll explain to you shortly why.
Someone gave me $1 Bitcoin as a super chat, as a cash app. I appreciate you. If I got to look at my phone again and read who it was. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna take that $1. I'm gonna take it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, take that. You know what I'm saying? I take all Bitcoin dollars, all dollars in Bitcoin. Let me say it like that. Because like I said, we pretty much it's pretty much like I like to tell folks.
Thank you, Lamont Christmas, for the dollar in Bitcoin. Okay. Said for you being you, Queen. Thank you. I appreciate
that dollar might turn to $4 in the next.
You never know.
Next 3 to 6 months. That's a 4x. Or so, but anyways, all right. So that's the first value proposition, is understanding that it's a store of value, and I want to explain that a little deeper, if I can. I don't know if I can get the screen, but if I can get the screen,
you can. We can both share.
Okay, so I was about to say I can break down the value proposition from a store of value sense. Very simple. I just got to show you. It's better for me to show you than tell you.
Let me see. I'm gonna stop my share and see if you can go ahead and click your. If you look down at the bottom of the panel, you'll see where it says share. Now go ahead and click it.
Yep, I see it. Yep, share system audio. All right. Okay, easy enough. All right, so I'm assuming. Can you see my screen?
I can, but what you? Okay. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Okay. So again, we're gonna stay with that first one, value proposition for Bitcoin. And again, I like to talk about Bitcoin because Bitcoin is, again, the market leader. It's the granddaddy of all cryptocurrencies. Nothing moves unless Bitcoin moves. It's just that simple. Now, what you're looking at right now is the stock to flow model. All right. And this is a model that was put together by a person that was really good with data and data analytics and on-chain analytics and stuff like that. Definitely go check them out. Plan B. Plan B is on Twitter and stuff like that. It puts out a lot of good information. It's crazy. Okay, and so this was put out back in, around 2019. So prior to 2019, we didn't really have this, but this made everything. This cleared up everything for me, and this is something I've been sharing ever since I got it in 2019. And what this is the stock to flow model. We're talking about. Oh my God, there's so much to talk about with Bitcoin. We're talking about the actual supply, and so we're talking about the supply, which is like the stock. You know what I'm saying? So the supply. So if you don't know. Bitcoin is what they call a hard fixed asset. It is only going to ever be 21 million Bitcoins into existence. All right. Now, right now, there's only 18 I think like 18.8 or 18.6, something like that. You have to go check CoinMarketCap or something like that. But some 18, basically roughly almost 19 million Bitcoins in circulation. Okay. Now, with that said, this is how this has been the inflow. Okay, so this is tracking, the inflow and also giving you a projection based on the inflows. And so, as you can see here, the halving, the Bitcoin's halving, which I can explain shortly. Bitcoin's halving is basically the trigger. So if you look at 0 days, that purple color, and if you can notice, after each purple color, we have upward momentum in the market. So the upward momentum within the price of Bitcoin. Now, if you look at this red line, it's a red line. It's a small, thin red line that's going up and it's continually going up over time. That's the projected. That's where the price of Bitcoin should be based on the stock to flow model. All right. And so what I wanted to make sure people understood is that what we're living in right now was already predicted. It was already planned. It was actually already written in code, literally in the code of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's halving is written into the code. And so, as you can see, that is the catalyst. All right, for every bull run, as you can see, right here was a halving, right there. In fact, I can just show you right here, even better on the charts. If you're looking at this screen right here on the chart, every red line represents the halving. You can see up to the halving, there's usually a run up, and then there's continued bullish momentum after that. Then you have a period of downside action or down, when the prices of Bitcoin is technically going down, it's in a bear market. And then there's another run up prior to the halving, because again, it's hype, halving, hype, boom, gets to the halving, and then it pushes up after that for some more bullish momentum. And then again, downward pressure from there because it was overvalued, downward pressure going a little sideways, downward pressure. And then again, another run up right there before the halving. And then the last halving was last year, May 11th, 2020. And then after that, another run up. So again, these are easy things to look at to understand where you are within the market cycle. Now, this is the link I'm going to give you, and I want folks to read this. All right, so this is talking about Bitcoin's halving. Again, this is Bitcoin's halving is programmed within its code. And what that is so it's some stuff I probably should talk about too. So that let's say it like this. The halving occurs every 210,000 blocks. All right, so that's roughly every 400 years. Okay, now blocks is just a set of transactions that's accounted for in the blockchain. And what happens is each block once is mined. Okay, so you have miners. The miners is what's validating the Bitcoin network. The miners is, as I would like to say, somebody asked about 2 years. Okay, the miners would be technically like the terminal that you use at the grocery store when you go pay for your groceries. There's a terminal that processes your transaction. All right, it detects fraud. It detects, okay, this is how much. Boom, boom, boom. It's like a POS system. It processes it, and so that's what miners are doing. Miners are processing transactions, and what they're doing is they're doing like algorithms and stuff. Their compute. It's like miners are basically like a computer equipment. Okay, and that computer equipment is solving problems. Is doing solving algorithms that they say. And what that does is that generates a reward. Okay, because there's a bunch of transactions in a block. Every block occurs every 10 minutes. Okay, so every 10 minutes on the blockchain, there's a new block full of transactions. The miners that solve the algorithm, the coding for that block gets a reward. Okay, now every 4 years, every 210,000 blocks, there's that gets cut in half. So the rewards get cut in half, and the amount of Bitcoin that is generated from the mining process that gets cut in half as well. Okay, so the daily supply of Bitcoin that's put into the ecosystem, because again, there's only going to ever be 21 million Bitcoin. I told you right now, there's already been mined almost 19 million Bitcoin. Okay, and so that is getting reduced by half in terms of what's the new Bitcoin that's coming into the market, as well as the miners' rewards. That's all getting cut in half, every 4 years. And so that's why you see these explosive gains after these halving events, is because it's a lot of factors that come into that. Let's look at it this way. If I'm mining Bitcoin and now I'm going to get less rewards than I was getting already, am I inclined to sell or am I inclined to hold my Bitcoin? The answer is the latter. You're going to hold your Bitcoin. So the more that miners hold their Bitcoin, the more the investors hold the Bitcoin, and again, their Bitcoin that they have, that's tying up circulating supply. So now we're getting to supply and demand. Okay, so again, the more that's occurring, then you have these explosive run-ups, because then at the same time, there's adoption going on. There's mass adoption going on. There's retail adoption going on in terms of, retailers coming into the market, and institutional investors are coming in. And so what happens is you get these big price explosions, all right, from the fact that people are not selling as much Bitcoin as they would normally do in a bear market, all right? So that's why you see price increases and stuff like that, all right? Now, let me go back to the halving. All right, because I wanted to show you something. We're 918 days away from the next halving. Okay, so remember that. Now, again, remember we have the stock to flow model, which is color coded. It's a color coded system that shows you the days until the next halving. All right, and so as you can see, look at this yellow greenish. That 900 to getting close to 600. All right, on each past cycle, you'll see that's kind of like the end of the cycle. Same thing, green. We started getting to, I don't know what this color is, but it's like greenish bluish. That's the end of the cycle. And as you can see, I want everybody to understand this under the sound of my voice, we are getting close to the end of this cycle. So I see too many people rushing into crypto. Oh my God, I'm about to get these crazy gains. No, understand everybody's gonna make money. I didn't say the cycle's over, but we are getting close to the end. So I want to make sure people are still aware of that while they're learning about, okay, what is Bitcoin and stuff like that. Because again, there's a lot of marketing going on right now. A lot of folks are getting excited, and that's I'm happy. I'm glad you're excited. But just know that you have to understand where you are within the market cycle. All right, you're at the very end. Okay, and so that's just, and again, that's just based on history. The trend, the rule of thumb is the trend is your friend until it ends. So right now, the trend is what the trend is. We see it. I'm showing it to you. Hopefully, you understand what you're picking up what I'm putting down on this one. And yeah, so that's that. All right. So
there was a movie that I just saw on Netflix where the guys were trying their hardest. They were trying to find this guy who had hacked this it was basically like, let's just go a data stick, right? And they're like, oh my God, we got to get this data stick. And it was like, it had 400 million on it. And so everybody was fighting because it was in the digital space. And it was like, this movie all the action was great, but I was like, some people are going to completely miss that the data stick is basically a cryptocurrency, right? Is the blockchain, right? That was the whole point of the movie. Yeah. It was in Europe. And everybody's running around trying to, this cop is trying to get this stick because he's dirty. He's like, man, once I have this stick, man, I'm gone. I'm off the grid. Yeah. And so I'm gonna find the movie in a minute in my Netflix playlist, but I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. But I just want to get y'all understand that there's levels to this.
Yes.
There's just like when we talk about a lot of Americans are unbanked, a lot of people are putting their money other places. Same thing here in this space. People want to buy things online and it not be attached to them.
Yep.
So just kind of applesauce breaking it down a little bit.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. And that is one of the use cases of Bitcoin is the fact that there is, I don't want to say privacy because again, this is a public blockchain. It's a public ledger. Everything, I can go to every cryptocurrency as a block explorer. Okay. And that just shows you all the transactions. You can see everything happening on that particular blockchain. So the Bitcoin is no different. You can go to Bitcoin's block explorer and you'll see all the transactions. The only thing you won't see a name. You know what I'm saying? You will see like what they call Bitcoin addresses and stuff like that. And those are like funky numbers and letters and stuff like that. So yes, that is a use case. People, that leads me into the second value proposition. So the first proposition, again, we want to make sure this is clear. The first proposition is the fact that there's a scarcity element to Bitcoin. Okay, and I just explained the scarcity of it. It's a fixed supply. The amount that's in circulation right now is about a little over 18 million, close to 19 million Bitcoins in circulation. And understand that as we go on every 4 years, the rewards and the new amount of Bitcoin that's coming into existence is decreasing. All right, by half. All right, that's why they call it Bitcoin halving. All right, so I do want to make sure people understand that's why it's a store of value. It has a scarcity element that's built into the code. All right, because this is coding. This is Dogecoin. People like Dogecoin. That ain't nothing but a fork of Bitcoin's code. That's just a fork of Bitcoin's code. The developers switched up a couple things, and now they called it, and then they called it Dogecoin. That's it. All right. Now that's the first value proposition. The second one is the use case of it, which Ericka was kind of alluding to, being able to have some form of privacy. Again, if you're interested in doing illicit activity or something like that, please refrain from doing stuff like that. It's not the governments around the world now have figured out ways to trace it back to you. So it's not, again, Bitcoin is not used for just strictly, there's a privacy element to it, but it's not. I just want to make sure it's clear. It is not private. The federal government the federal government right now has auctioned off over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. All right, because that they've seized. So, you can miss. If you think that you want to use this for privacy to do something illegal, please don't do nothing crazy like that because you're probably going to get caught. You're going to get got. All right. But I want you to understand that when you're transacting Bitcoin, when you're sending the value of it, one of the values of it is being able to, it's a medium of exchange. So I can send Bitcoin, let's say $10,000 worth of Bitcoin from here to anywhere on the globe, and the fees will be much less than it would be going through Western Union or doing it through banks and stuff like that. much less because there's less middlemen. You got to understand there's less middlemen. You know, it's peer-to-peer. It's direct. It's peer-to-peer. Okay, so I can send it just me to you and you to me, vice versa. And so the only thing that you're paying in that transaction is the network fee. Because again, I told you, miners get rewards. This is how miners get rewards. They're shoring up the network, and so that you pay a fee when you transact in Bitcoin. All right, and so that's another reason why a lot of people like to use it, is because it gives them an easier way to send, to transfer, monetary value from one place to another. All right, and so that's just what it is. It's also trustless, and so you don't have to worry about things like double spend. All right, like I've seen stories where somebody woke up and had $1 million in their bank. That's because the bank messed up. They weren't using blockchain technology, at least they weren't using Bitcoin technology or nothing like that. And they were, people waking up, oh my God, I got $1 million in my bank account from an error. Well, you don't have those type of things with Bitcoin. Trust me, people have tried to hack it. People tried to finesse Bitcoin. It has not worked. Okay. There's no such thing as a double spend within Bitcoin. That's a fact. You can go look it up. There's some FUD articles about maybe a potential scare, or to scare people out of owning Bitcoin, but that's not true. The fact of the matter is that the code itself is what they call trustless. You don't, once it's been written, it's been laid out, you don't have to worry about Bitcoin not doing what it's supposed to do. All right. So it's a better system. It's a better let me say it like that. It's a better monetary system than the one we actually have. Again, it's deflationary, it's scarce, and like I said, the value proposition, the being able to be that medium of exchange, being able to send it from a peer-to-peer basis is very powerful. So that's Bitcoin. Now, aside from Bitcoin, you have what they call altcoins. Okay, and so that's everything other than Bitcoin. That's what alternative cryptocurrencies basically is what people refer to as. And so that's where we get into things like Ethereum, things like chain links, and all the other stuff too. We can get into Dogecoins and the Shibas. I know that's a big one.
Let me share.
Oh, my bad. No, my bad. Yeah. Right. Thank you.
This is what I was sharing earlier. This is called coinmarketcap.com. And so
okay. Yep.
And so what I was making a note of is like, this is the top 100, but they got 7,000 coins.
Over 13,000.
Well, they track on this one. On
crazy.
This particular website.
No, on CoinMarketCap, 13.5. Go to the homepage, look at the upper left-hand corner. 13. It grows every day. It was just 13.3 yesterday. It's just crazy.
Down here I'm looking at the bottom of the page, 7,004. But yeah, I literally am just looking at price points and different things like that. But again, biggest gainers, recently added Bitcoin. I mean, come on now, y'all be doing the most. Taboo token, all that stuff. So
yeah, a lot of that is what they call shit coins. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can say that.
Listen, it's probably gonna get flagged anyway. But we it's all good. And then you got Tether. I mean, so long stuff I've heard, just being on the internet and the forums. Plenty of stuff I've heard.
Right. So right now this doing the top 10 carousel.
Yeah.
Things are going in and out the top 10. The one consistent piece is Bitcoin, just FYI for folks that are looking. But the top 10 is
Dogecoin over here. They love talking about that.
Which one you said, Dogecoin?
Yeah, Dogecoin. Elon Musk.
Yep. Which is cool. Like I said, I'm not an anti-meme coin guy. I'm a person that just want folks to understand what you're investing in and understand, that this stuff it's very volatile. It goes up in price, goes down in price very fast. And so you have to be cautious as to how you maneuver within the space because, just like anything, when you don't understand the landscape, you can get lost. And so that's what happens with a lot of folks. They get lost and folks get wrecked. They lose a lot of capital, lose a lot of money. It's unfortunate.
So some people think, man, I'm going to take $20 and I'm going to play the lotto. And I just want you to dispel some of that myth because, and first of all, I want to thank Marco Kane for the 49 super chat. Shout out to Ericka. You always deal with the info. Also sub to Black Crypto Network. Salute. Thank you for donating to the channel. My thing is I always want people to not see this there you go. Quick money, fast losses. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to come out here and be like, well, I got $20. I'm about to buy it up. I want you to kind of explain what's been your journey the past 5 years. Like how much were you started investing in and why?
Okay. So I'll answer the why first. I started investing in the crypto. It's kind of crazy. My story goes 2016 is when I decided to change my life. That's when I really opened my eyes to like what's going on in the world. A guy by the name of Dr. Claude Anderson.
Hey, Dr. Claude.
Yeah, I sat down and watched one of his lectures, and it kind of rattled me. It messed me up because I was like, "Whoa, this isn't my reality." I didn't see. I'm thinking everything. We're all progressing. I'm in college. I didn't graduate in college. Working XYZ, and so hearing that kind of rattled me. And then from there, so I started to get interested in figuring out, okay, what's the political system? How's that working? How's the monetary system working? XYZ. And then from there, I'm in a group chat with my frat brother. Shout out to Cap Alpha Psi.
I knew you were gonna go there. I knew you was gonna do it.
Yeah, I gotta show the new some love. One of my friends had posted like a little picture, like four people that were, I guess, quote unquote, allegedly murdered or killed over Bitcoin. Okay, and I didn't know what Bitcoin was. So I'm looking at this post like, what is that? Whoa! So that triggered me to say, okay, let me look into this a little deeper. Why? What's going on? And so that's when I started to figure out, okay, this is something that a lot of people, there's powers that be that are quote unquote keeping it under wraps, or at least causing a lot of what they call FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the marketplace. So it keeps a lot of people who are not knowledgeable about what's going on kind of confused. Okay, and so that led me to go down the rabbit hole. I started to look into things like, okay, you can mine, I can earn this thing, I can earn this. It's kind of like an income situation. So I was like, okay, let me start to figure out how I can mine it. Now, mind you, this is 2016. So this is the summer of 2016 going into the fall of 2016. And so I started going down the rabbit hole of trying to mine Bitcoin. You got to buy equipment and stuff like that, hook it up at your house. Any one of us can be a miner on the network. Okay, and that's the power of also about Bitcoin and a lot of different cryptocurrencies is that they're decentralized, meaning that no one central entity is controlling the direction of the cryptocurrency. The people that are mining the cryptocurrency around the globe, they actually get to control and get to dictate the way it goes. So it's more of a community-based situation. But there's some politics in that too as well. So I don't want to get too deep in that. But anyways, so all the while I'm looking into how to mine this thing. And then I had another frat brother tell me, hey, I'm on Coinbase. And so I said, okay, let me go ahead and create an account on Coinbase. And see, Coinbase is nothing like the Coinbase of today. Coinbase of today is now a publicly owned company. Is crazy. To see this, what I'm saying? It's out there. Back then, it was just like a little cryptocurrency exchange that had just terrible customer service, and it still does today, by the way. But back then it was really bad. It was really slow. So it actually ended up taking me about 3 months or so to actually even get onto Coinbase to actually be able to even invest. And so, like most beginners, what happened was I kind of ditched the idea of mining Bitcoin, which I regret now. But I kind of ditched it at the time because that was the last time you could really mine Bitcoin and actually earn a lot of Bitcoin. That obviously is very valuable today as like just an individual. Again, I'm not a person that, especially at that time, I didn't have hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to go and create like what they call mining farms. That's what you got a whole lot of computer equipment. So
you got millions. You gonna do this farm? No, I'm messing with you.
Yeah, no. It's too late now. Because now you're competing with institutions, big money now. It's ridiculous now. Peter Thiel has his goal is to have one. If you guys don't know, he was affiliated with PayPal, one of the owners of PayPal, creators of PayPal. His goal was to have one of the biggest mining farms out here in America. It's crazy. And so in Texas. And so you can't compete with people like that now. It's too late. But back then you could. That was the last time before like you started to get big institutional adoption. But anyways, I ditched it and I went ahead and I was just trying to focus on how can I accumulate? How can I get Bitcoin? Because I was witnessing the price go up. I saw it at $500 and then I saw it go to 6, 7, 8, and then I saw it double up to 1,000. And when I saw that, I was like, that was crazy for me. I was like, oh my God. I was tight that I couldn't really get on. I was trying to get access to Coinbase. I'm sending them, emails. Woo. Long story short, I watched it go from 5 to 1,000. Don't even get into it until about January the next year, 2017. I go ahead and I grabbed a couple thousand worth of Bitcoin. Maybe it was about 2,000 worth of Bitcoin. And then from there it was on like Donkey Kong. From there, and mind you, that was a rookie mistake. Watching the price go up and then getting excited and then just rushing into the market. That's called FOMO. I had FOMO back then. That's the fear of missing out. And so I thought that, the price was just going to keep going up. And so sure enough, when I purchased it, when I invested in it, the price actually went back down to $700. And that taught me a quick little mini lesson. Like, dang, you can lose money by just rushing into the market, trying to buy something that is just gone up in value. All right. But the good thing is I didn't realize that I was in the beginnings of the bull market, the bull run for that time period. And so what happened was the price obviously went back to 1,000 and it went above that 1,200. I mean, yeah, 1,200, 2,000, 3,000. Then it kind of slowed down, went back down, went back. And so that's just what it was. So all throughout that year, I was buying Bitcoin. I was accumulating Bitcoin. Then I saw this thing called Ethereum. And I said, okay, let me go buy this for $13. And so I bought another $500 worth of that. And then I just kept buying Ethereum after that. Then I saw Litecoin for I think it was like $1 or $2. And I kept buying more of that. And so what happens is I just started buying and accumulating because I'm seeing the value of the assets continually rising.
So was it like 100, 200, like a slow, like you study for a couple of days, then you put a little bit, or you go like, okay, I studied this, I'm about to drop 1,000.
Right. So no. So I was just doing what I could afford. So I could afford to put in 1,000. And mind you, I had a business, the Ticket Plug. I still have it today. It's kind of cool. And so that was allowing me also to bring in additional capital into, poured into my investment. So I was always buying like little lump sums of like 5 to 1,000, 5 to 1,000. Didn't have to do it. I could have did $100, but at that point, my conviction was so strong because I not only had I researched what I was into, but I also saw the price go up. So everybody gets excited when you see prices go up. And then thirdly, I also saw the confusion in the media. See, that's the piece that a lot of people don't get to see today. I saw the media telling people, and I saw other people. I saw a lot of confusion on the internet about this asset, and I'm like, well, why is it that why can't people see what I see? But I get it. A lot of people haven't researched the stuff, hadn't really looked into it, and so those are the things that really got me going and wanted to continue to invest. And then obviously it's been written in stone. We had the bull run close out the year, and then we had 2018, which a lot of my lessons came in, and so. What was the second part of the question? I know one was how did I get into crypto? That's basically how I got into it. My frat brothers, shout out to Ricky, shout out to Trey. I love you guys. Y'all helped me get in.
The studying part. How long would you study a coin before you invested in them?
Oh man, countless hours. Especially when it came to initially with Bitcoin. All right, and then from there, like most rookies, most people that are new to crypto. When I saw Ethereum and Litecoin, I'd already studied Bitcoin. So I just assumed, and these are mind you, Coinbase was only offering 3 cryptocurrencies. It was offering Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Right. So at that time, that's all I knew about. And so
where do you buy them from now?
Oh, all over the place. I get them from all over. I get them from different places. I have different places, all sorts of different exchanges. Because now things have changed. The cryptocurrency industry has blown up. It's grown up actually. And I can name a few like obviously Coinbase, Crypto.com, Uniswap, Coinbase, Crypto.com, Qcoin, Binance. Those are centralized exchanges. Then you have decentralized exchanges such as Uniswap, 1inch, even Bancor is another one, but I don't really use that no more. But Uniswap and 1inch and some other ones that I use as well. So I go where the value is. I go get the asset. And then I bring it back to me and I put it away. Because that's the power about crypto is that you can actually, when you invest in these things, you don't have to leave it. I've lost over 200,000 too in crypto. Shout out to Miss Turner right here saying we probably have a very similar story in that regard. But what I was saying is that you can actually own the asset. So you don't have to leave it on Coinbase. You don't have to leave it. You can take it and you can put it in what they call all sorts of different wallets, but private wallets. You know what I'm saying? You have things like these hardware wallets right here. This is a Ledger wallet that I have on the screen here. And this is just basically like a USB, a flash drive. Just think of it like that. Oh,
see, I told you the movie. That movie's ahead of its time.
Yeah, that's real then. That's interesting. That's an interesting movie. I would like to watch that actually.
Let me see if I'm keep talking.
Definitely show that so I can catch up on that and see what's up with that. Because that's part of the being in the crypto space is it you don't have to own your assets, but it allows you to own your asset. Like I can take that, I can put my Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency I want on those devices. I can hide them. I can go bury it in my backyard. I can go give it to somebody else and say, hold it for custody purposes or whatever. You can do whatever you want to do with it. I have some for my children, all that type of stuff. All right. And so, but yeah, that's how I acquire the cryptocurrencies and stuff like that. And for folks that are interested if you're looking to get what I've done is I've compiled all my resources, everything that I've used to become a successful cryptocurrency investor. So things like the wallets that I use, the exchanges that we've used, or even the ones I'm even knowledgeable about. I maybe never used it, but from reputable sources, we've compiled it and we put it together. And so we have a document called the Cryptocurrency Welcome Guide over at the cryptotraphouse.com. So again, the cryptotraphouse.com is where you can go join our tribe. In there is the welcome guide pinned at the top of the chat. And, folks love it. They use it for, again, it's a guide to help you, within your journey of, investing in cryptocurrency. Now, with that said, I'm not a financial advisor. Okay. I just want to make sure that's clear.
I got excited. Sorry. Bastille Day. This is from 2016. Okay, you guys, this is how far ahead that they had already made this in France, 2016, right? And it has Idris Elba and the guy from Game of Thrones, Rob Stark with Richard Madden. And so if you see this movie, my mom and my aunts were all watching this and we're like, and my mom was like, so they stealing this USB, this USB. And I said, well, the money's on there. And they're like, how? And so this movie, the budget was $4 million and they only did about $14 million in the box office. I think because people didn't understand, but the movie doesn't it doesn't go deep into cryptos, right? It just breaks out this moment where it explains that the French money is on there, right? So I'm not going to ruin it for you, but go watch it. I think you will like it. There's a lot of action in it. It got the CIA up in it. You know how that go, right? And so,
Yep.
I just, they call it a digital robbery, right? So again, Bastille Day. So I didn't want people to think I was crazy making something up, but it's an actual movie. So
gotta check that out. That's interesting. Yes, indeed.
But think about that. They did that movie in 2016. If they did that movie now, more people, I think it would have made some more money. You know what I'm saying? So.
True.
Some people have been asking inside the chat about fees. Somebody else sent me some crypto. Y'all cracking me up. Hold on, I'm gonna read it to you. Crypto Fiend sent me. He said, for no one who bought BTC at its high or at its low and held it for 3 years has lost money. Crypto Fiend, thank you for the crypto. He gave me how much money is this? This is like a dollar. Oh, he gave me $5 in Bitcoin. Thank you, sir. So now I officially have $6 in Bitcoin on Cash App.
Okay, you're looking at it right now? How many Satoshis do you have? Because Satoshis is the micro. That's the way a lot of people read it in Bitcoin. So it's like 0.000000 whatever. What you do is you just remove those zeros and you just take the number. So you'll say, if you got 0.000050 Satoshis.
Let me look.
So I'm curious.
Let me look. I got to go back to where people sent it to me.
Oh, okay. I just was curious.
The Bitcoin owned so far with the combination from both of y'all is 0.00009543.
9,543 Satoshis. That's what you got.
There you go. Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
So
thank you guys.
That's crypto speak. All right. For folks that don't know, that's crypto speak. That's crypto talk right there.
I appreciate all dollars. Thank you for supporting the channel. Crypto Fiend supported the channel. I appreciate everybody donating to the channel.
No doubt.
And there's 218 people here. Make sure y'all are hitting the like button.
Please hit that like button. Listening.
See, there you go. Did you see it? It was a good movie. It was a good movie. I actually was like, okay. And in that whole little part, it didn't even matter, right? It didn't even matter. Thank you guys for here. Wait till Ericka see how much the transfer fees are. I ain't even touching it. It's just gonna stay there again. Please name your websites again so they can check all your websites at.
Okay, yeah. So if you're looking to join the tribe, or you need some guidance and stuff like that. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You can go over to the cryptotraphouse.com. Again, the cryptotraphouse.com. That's when we're in there chopping it up. I'm giving you, like I said, we give you a lot of value there. That's where I'm at every day. Every day, I'm putting information in there.
You know what that is, right?
With the tribe, etc. What'd you say?
You know what that is, right?
No, what's that?
It's your digital real estate.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's been my thing for 3 weeks. I
got you.
Is this website right here? Hold on, let me pull it out.
Because it's a Telegram group, ultimately.
Yeah, the Crypto Crap House right here.
Yep. So just launch the bot. Yep, launch the bot. Look at the terms and conditions. Right now we're running a special. We're running the Madefive specials, I like to say. So it's just $5. And you know, that's what all it is. $5. Come on in. And we, like I said, we're getting into it. That if you want to know like the cryptocurrencies I'm buying, the cryptocurrencies I'm selling, stuff like that, I put all that type of stuff there. I also trade as well. I know this is not a big popular. I mean, I know it's popular, but you know, I trade as well. You know what I'm saying? So I don't just invest and buy. See, the beautiful thing about crypto is there's so many ways to, you know, earn an income, earn revenue from crypto. And so one of the things I also do is I trade Forex, but I trade Bitcoin in Bitcoin. Okay, so my base currency, I don't trade dollars. I'm trading, you know, actual Bitcoin. Okay, and what that does is that allows for me, because, you know, I've become successful now in doing this. What that has done is it allows for me to go ahead and just continue to add to my Bitcoin holdings, All right. And so because see, I'm a person that I look at Bitcoin and then I look at the dollar, and I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I'm one of those guys that look at Bitcoin like, okay, this is something that is going to be is worth holding long term. Again, for me, long term, more than just holding dollars. And I'm sure everybody understands that in this chat, that, you know, holding dollars just, you know, again, if you're fighting against inflation.
Well, I mean, if you listen, I tell people all the time, like the reason I respect you because you have a business, and I keep trying to split people to explain. For those who don't have a business and it's just going to go there, it's like throwing $20 out the window every day. And I was at a conference like 2015. And this guy was like,
throwing $20 out the window?
Yeah, every day.
What, investing in Bitcoin?
No. He said, if you don't have a business and you don't have write-offs and you don't have investments,
it's
like throwing $20 out the window every day.
Oh yeah, definitely. I thought you were saying throwing it away was putting it in Bitcoin. Because I was gonna tell you that Bitcoin, again, I told you guys, this is programmed into its code. It's pretty much like the greatest savings account that you're gonna ever have, if you ask me. You know, this is something that, you know, I have an allotment where we just continue to just pour into it. And then, you know, that's just what it is. But
and then also too, the key part, what people are missing about you is you did a couple of things, and we've interviewed, we talked to each other before, but I want to make it very clear. He left Maryland to Atlanta and bought a home because why? It made financial sense, and also you kept growing your business. So in the pandemic, even in the pandemic to break, you still had other investments bringing in income for y'all. And that's what people don't, you know, people really think,
thank God,
you know, right? Well, I did a video the other day talking about, can you make $1 million from scratch in a year? People are like, oh, you can't do it. And I'm like, y'all, I keep showing y'all examples of people who have done it. It's literally just consistency over and over and over. So again, there's so many questions in here, y'all. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but some of y'all, I'm like, y'all having conversations with each other. Some of y'all, you know, you ask for the websites. But yeah, theticketplug.com, and it's if you feel on Instagram, it is the Black Crypto Network on Instagram.
Right. So on Instagram, you can check me out at Madefive. Now I have a business page in terms of for crypto. That's at Black Crypto Network. Okay, at Black Crypto Network. All right, and also have the Black Crypto Network on YouTube. So I just launched that. And so that's the business side of things from my end. We talk about crypto news, information, market trends, stuff like that, you know, tutorials, all that type of stuff. I'm populating the channel on YouTube. I'm also populating information on Instagram.
Real estate.
Yep. Real estate. And then also, if you want to hear some of my game, some of the stuff that I've learned, some of the stuff that I've made mistakes on, if some of the, you know, my views, my commentaries, it's sometimes spicy. You can go to the blackcryptochannel.com. So again, the blackcryptochannel.com. That's another YouTube channel I have where I'm just, like I said, I'm pouring out what I got from my mindset, as well as the things I've learned, etc.
Tam asked, is anybody employers playing in Bitcoin? Chiefs tight end Sean Culkin to convert entire NFL salary into Bitcoin. He will use Zap Strike to take his entire base salary of $920,000, and he said the hardest form of currency.
It is. I told you guys, it's a fixed asset, so it is the hardest. You know, we can keep printing dollars, but ain't no minting or mining or you know, Bitcoin's above the 21 million. That's just what it is. And also the Miami. So I'm also looking at Miami for some, you know,
Miami is now accepting Bitcoin. I'm saying the country wrong. It's Uruguay. Now there's some funny business with that because Uruguay and said, "Hey, we're gonna start doing stuff in Bitcoin down here." And then magically that building fell down, and their family was in that building. But I'm just, save that for the conspiracy night. But at the end of the day, Uruguay, like that ain't stopping the show. We taking money in Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
They're
oh yeah.
like, we still gonna do that. So again, there's more on here. You guys have a lot of questions about different individual coins. So I mean, what you feel comfortable about? Is there any other coins you feel comfortable talking on other than Bitcoin? Because some people are like Dogecoin and Shiba, and people are in here in the chat going crazy.
Yeah, Dogecoin. And yes, and yeah, this is guys, this is a slew of cryptocurrencies. I can talk about this all day. Yes, Miami is becoming the crypto hub. It's trying to be, we passed that now. It is becoming the crypto hub. That's just what's going on. I'm sure C3, you probably hit me. I see your avatar. My God, salute to you. You deep. I can tell you deep into it. But yes, that's what's going on. The mayor of Miami, he's taking some of his salary. He came out today, I believe, and said he's going to take some of his salary. He'll take some or maybe all the salary in Bitcoin. They're talking about paying city workers in Bitcoin if they want that. And so many different things. You got the FTX arena. I'm a season ticket holder for the Miami Heat, and so they just changed their building to the FTX arena. FTX is another exchange. It's another cryptocurrency exchange. Very that's on the scene too. It came on the scene. It's kind of crazy. But Miami is becoming that destination. It's becoming one of the, and if you think about it, a lot of people think of crypto as like a quick come up. All right. Right. We're in that generation or that time where everybody wants instant gratification. So, crypto has become like that. It's become that for a lot of folks. So people talk about, you hear things like to the moon, or you hear things like Lambo, getting a Lambo and stuff like that. So that's why it kind of makes sense for Miami to kind of take the approach of, okay, we'll be one of the first premier destinations for the world of crypto. Do you invest in the DeFi space or solely Bitcoin? No, I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist. So a Bitcoin maximalist will come over here and just tell you Bitcoin's great, only invest in Bitcoin, don't do nothing else. That's it. That's not me. I invest in DeFi. I invest in, which is decentralized finance. That's basically all the financial products that we have in the traditional world that are typically centralized. They're now decentralized. So there's not a single entity controlling that financial product, such as maybe lending or borrowing or yield farming and stuff like that, staking, stuff like that. It produces a yield, a return on your investment. And so, but that's done through the coding. And so, yes, I invest in a lot of DeFi projects. Obviously, I invest in the king of all DeFi projects, which is Ethereum. Okay, so I bought more Ethereum. I told you I got Ethereum at $13 back in 20.
It's about 4,000 right now.
17. Oh yeah, and right, which I think that was worth like that $500 investment that I made is worth now like over 160,000.
Go ahead and buy you another house with that. Slide some dollars on the top.
No, that's what we're going long though. So that's when we're playing the long game on a lot of what we're doing. We do play the short game though too, because we understand that cryptocurrencies lose roughly, even the best one, Bitcoin, loses about 80% of its value in a bear market. Okay, so so we do play the short game. I'll just say it like this: I have two different portfolios. I have one that I call the trap portfolio. All right, that's where I'm in and out. That's where I get my instant gratification, my quick fix. Doing my research, I get into an asset. And then once the asset goes up in value against Bitcoin or against Ethereum, I'll sell it and put it back into Bitcoin, or I'll put it into USD as a holding to, as holding capital. So I can manage that later. All right. And then I have a separate portfolio. Again, I had, some of it is for my kids. Some of it is for, like you said, maybe real estate down the road, a retirement, all that type of stuff. I have that. That's called my HODL portfolio. All right. And that's made up of several different wallets. Again, like I said, I got stuff for my kids. I got stuff for, like I said, our future, our retirement and stuff like that. Okay. And that's the stuff I'm talking about in terms of pouring into. So I pour into that Bitcoin, Ethereum, now Chainlink. This is all these cryptocurrencies. I want you guys to research this because I don't have the time to go through every last one of them. But Bitcoin, Ethereum is what I've been calling the world's smartest computer. Think of Ethereum like a decentralized version of the App Store. All right. So you can go. Ethereum is the number one adopted cryptocurrency from a smart contracts perspective, or a decentralized app perspective, DApp perspective. And so people can go on Ethereum's network and then you can start to build on top of Ethereum. You can start to create your own cryptocurrencies. You can create decentralized applications, all right, and stuff like we were just talking about DeFi. That's where that comes into play. Those are the applications. Those are the things that are you can utilize, that you can get non-traditional services in the crypto world. I'm sorry, the traditional services into the crypto world. Like your tickets, for example, stuff like that. When we do transacting in tickets, that type of stuff will be coded and most likely be built upon Ethereum's network, because that is the one that's getting the biggest global adoption for being that, again, decentralized app store. All right.
Yeah. So Bitcoin's kind of like threw it out there as the hey y'all, this is what it is, and Ethereum is actually being used that way.
Right. What I tell folks, and a lot of folks probably don't believe me until it's going to happen, because again, who am I to say something? Everybody looks at Bitcoin like, damn, I should have bought Bitcoin last year when it was at 4,000, like Madefive did. That's what I did. Well, you got Ethereum at 4,000 now. I'm not telling you to go buy it, but I just want you to understand that I do believe that Ethereum is the next one, because of all again, you got to look at this is a global thing. This is not just in a vacuum, one country situation. This is a global situation, a global phenomenon, as I like to say. Understand that Ethereum is being adopted by countries. It's being adopted by institutions, corporations, stuff like that, all over the globe. It's starting to get that adoption. So you see something like that, again, I told you we played the long game. We're looking for Ethereum, if probably during this cycle. I told you we're at the end of this cycle. So if I had to give somebody a number, I'll say, okay, probably like between 10 to 16,000, would be the target for this cycle, and then it's over. But if you ask me for a longer term, like within this decade, I think we're going to see a $50,000 Ethereum. Okay, so that's similar to like a Bitcoin. You can get it. You got Bitcoin at 4,000 last year or 6,000 last year, and now you see it's at 60. You have another opportunity with Ethereum because of the amount of adoption and the amount of market cap. If you take Bitcoin and Ethereum's market cap, don't quote me because I don't have it in front of me, but if you take those two market caps, that is way more than half of the entire cryptocurrency market cap, at large. All those 13, I told you it's 13, I think 13.5 now, 13,500 cryptocurrencies on the market. And you take just two, that makes up more than half of the remaining 13,498 cryptocurrencies, whatever it is. All right, so don't sleep on Ethereum. And I think following that one is going to be Chainlink, but we can talk about that later. Chainlink is working with governments. It's working with Swift. I don't know if folks know about the Swift, the banking instrument where you can, what wire transfers and stuff like that. It's working with Swift to kind of upgrade and change that. So it's a lot of stuff that's going on with Chainlink. Those are the three that's in the holy grail right now in my long-term HODL portfolio. All right. Because I believe those three are the ones that's going to have long-term. In 10 years from now, we're all going to know about these three cryptocurrencies for sure. Now, I can't say a lot of, Dogecoin. I don't know, I don't know about all that type of stuff. Those are in my trading portfolio, which means I'm getting in on the bull markets. I'm cooking up. I'm generating more Bitcoin, more Ethereum, in value, and then, in USD in value. And then once as the bull market comes to an end, we're going to go ahead and, take profits, get out, get out of some of those assets. So Dogecoin, I actually got a crazy Dogecoin story, but I don't think we probably got time to talk about it. But
we hit it. We hit at the hour mark, but we might squeeze it in. He said, "Can you talk about using options with Bitcoin?" Also, someone said they saw your NTF video. Awesome, man. And then also this person said, "There you go." Beyond Big Mag the Fisher.
Right. Big Mag the Fisher. What I would say, brother, is you're right. You're right. I think a lot of us are thinking fast money. We always think, okay, if I invest, because I hate these posts because it's just it irks me. You see these posts, like I think Meek Mill shared it. He shared a post recently.
I hate Meek Mill share anything.
About me too.
It's the worst. Everybody crashes it.
He's a walking sell signal. But what happens is he shares something that kind of like, man, I hate seeing people because I know the psyche, it draws people in. Somebody says something like, if you had bought like $8,000 worth of Shiba coin last year, which is true, you would have about like $5 billion this year. All right, right now. And that's true. I'm not saying that's not true at all. That's very true. But understand that you would have got inside trader and knowledge to do that. That's not something you would have. Like most people would not have put. Your average person would not take $8,000 and put it into Shiba, a cryptocurrency that was just being developed, that was just coming, that's just hit the market. You're not going to do something like that, because like I said, unless you have that insider trading knowledge, or unless you just really believe in that cryptocurrency, and that's not generally how a lot of people are becoming successful cryptocurrency investors and traders. All right, it's just not that. Now, again, I haven't said this. Cryptocurrency still is in the wild, wild west. All right. Yeah. There's regulation for cryptocurrency still, but it's still a whole long way to go till the cryptocurrency markets are really regulated globally by different governments and stuff like that. Let's keep that in mind. There is regulation in crypto. I'm not saying there's none, but just know that we're a long way away. We're not there yet where everything is being regulated. And so what that means is there's a lot of scams. I've been in crypto for 5 years, and I gave away a whole Bitcoin last January. I gave away a whole Bitcoin because I got scammed. All right. And I take full accountability for my actions. It was silly, but I did it. So, there's a lot of scams going on. There's a lot of people I'm seeing go on Instagram saying, hey, I invested $500 and I got $10,000 back from Bitcoin mining. That's a scam. That's not true. And so there's so many different scams. People are preying on folks. And so I just want you to understand this is the wild, wild west. Be cautious in your moves. Because I've lost. Somebody said they lost over 200K. Me too. Put me in that category too. I have too.
So Squid Game crypto today ran off with $3 million. One dude lost 28,000 after the coin plunged near to zero.
Life savings. See, but he deserved that. I'm sorry. I can't do this. You invest in something that was like this. I think Squid Game was named after a show or something like that. Correct?
Yes.
Exactly. So you deserve.
I love it when I talk to other business owners because they don't even know what's on TV. They be like, "What? What's the
right?
TV? Yeah." Who? I love talking to business owners because they be like, "Show? What show?"
Right. I'm not even hip. Right. But you get the point though. What I'm making here is that if you invest your life savings on something that ain't even been, I don't even know if this has been audited. This cryptocurrency was even.
I don't even think it was that long. It wasn't even like a 48. It was not long.
No. This cryptocurrency was named after the show. So, we can start something now. Is there a show? I heard my brother Isaiah Jackson, who's another crypto OG. Shout out to that brother. He said something today on the Gentleman of Crypto. That's another podcast on YouTube and stuff like that. So definitely check them out.
Valdez Brown, thank you for the $2 super chat, and he joined your Telegram.
Oh, shout out to you. And so he was saying that we can go start a Let's Go Brandon cryptocurrency, and we'll probably get a good 10, 50 million, in market cap soon because people will just go. People get so tribal and get so the casino, it becomes like more of a gamble, and it's like you don't have to do that with crypto. You don't have this stuff is real.
That's my whole thing right now about investing in Donald Trump's DAC. That literally, because I know people are like Trump, and I'm like, don't worry, but the market's got some tomfoolery in it. So that's the difference about, to me, when people talk, it's a meme stock. No, it's not. Like, it's not a meme stock. So there's a lot I can say on it, but yeah, I think I've seen some YouTubers with Cash App and QR codes up there. I got my Cash App up there. I tell you all the time, donate to the channel, baby. But finish your train of thought. Let me see. There's so much in here. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'll take them. Y'all have so much in here. I cannot. I'm trying to pick a few things, y'all. Welcome to crypto. They got baptized with 3 classic runs.
Ooh, Hodl Gang 520. I like that. That's what I like to say. My bad. That's what I like to say. That baptism word. That's real. That's real. And I want to state it real quick. That baptism word is so real because a lot of folks have to get baptized. And what happens is that just like baptisms in real life, you come up from that water, you either become a better person or you continue to go do that raggedy stuff you was already doing. And so a lot of folks need to get that baptism so they can come up and be a better investor, because what I know for me, the more I got baptized in crypto, the more I realized, okay, I got to protect gains. Like that's just what you got to do. Okay. And
I hear Meek Mill say something, I know not to mess with it. It's already over. I'm gonna tell y'all that.
Yeah, what I tell folks is whenever you see people that just aren't qualified to talk crypto, and again, no shade. I don't know what
No, I mean shade.
Around him, but
him to stop. I'm glad he's coming awake. Right now. I mean, I'm glad he's coming awake. Right.
Right.
But he be on some like, I be like, you don't stop.
And usually, and when you get that information, you're usually late to the party. And it's usually, if you're late to the party, it's usually a good time to just kind of take a chill pill and kind of just relax, be patient. And if it's something you're still interested in, then find an entry point. You know what I'm saying? Because what we do, and that's something I talk about a lot, especially over at the Crypto Trap House. What we do, we buy things low. You know what I'm saying? I can show you charts right now where the charts that I like, and then I can show you charts like Shiba that I don't like. And shout out to whoever said hold Shiba long term. I'm not against Shiba at all. I'm just saying we don't buy high, we buy low. It's just I'm a man of principle. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I don't buy into assets that have already just ran up straight up, especially during a particular cycle. Okay, we're in a bull cycle right now. And so
here's his channel, you guys. I can put it in the chat.
Yep.
Check it
fresh,
out.
like you said, fresh. Just gonna get going.
Look at the banner.
Yes, indeed. News.
I'm very proud of him. He's almost like a best YouTube student I don't have.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And so yeah. So it's very interesting. What's this brother YouTube channel?
Look at it, brother Dre, blessing us in the building with the $10. Thank you.
My man.
International man of mystery. He out there traveling the world. No. I'm just messing. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's what I got for y'all. I mean, but tell us your Dogecoin story and we're gonna wrap it up with that one.
Dogecoin.
Okay. You know what I mean. Listen,
I'm sorry.
Y'all see where I am on it. I'd be like, them coins, the Facebook.
Right. People didn't butcher that. Now I've heard people say
I'm an older millennial at this point. I'm like, whatever.
You gotta understand with the Dogecoins and the Shibas and everything, sometimes it can give you a headache because nobody was talking this stuff. And when I say nobody, I mean like it just shows you the power of media. Yeah. Media really influences and really can control people's behavior. Mm-hmm. Because if there was no media apparatus, nobody pushing Elon's tweets and all this stuff, Dogecoins and things like that would not be the first thing on novice or people that don't even invest in crypto. It wouldn't be the first thing on their tongue. Because I've got uncles, aunts, people hit me up, hey, you got any Dogecoin? You got any doggy coin? And I'm like, yo, cheers. Now, my story with Dogecoin, this is a good one for security purposes and for folks that are getting into crypto to understand the landscape and understand why, again, ownership is important in crypto. I invested in Dogecoin in 2017. Now, the proper way you do things is, at least, again, how I've been taught and the way I teach things, is you don't, in coins like Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency that is a quote unquote meme coin. It's a fun coin. Kids use it. Young people use it. The digital people that are into like the technology and the Reddit heads, and they make fun of it. It's a fun cryptocurrency. People love dogs. I get it. It's fun, but Dogecoin ain't nothing but a fork of Bitcoin. And it's really not. It's not used like Bitcoin. Okay, nobody looks at it like a store of value. Nobody's using it to transact currency. They'll just use Bitcoin instead of that. And so what happens is when I invested in Dogecoin, again, it was a cool thing. It was 2017. It was cool. I put I think about $150, I believe, or almost 200, somewhere close to that into it. Again, that's a small investment for my portfolio. Just FYI. I told you guys,
he balling out of control. No ball.
no, I missed the I ain't got it. All right, so that's just so you know.
My family, I ain't got it, and
my friends feel I ain't got it. But I told you guys off the top, I was investing in thousands into Bitcoin, hundreds into Ethereum, ultimately thousands. Dogecoin, I just put 150, something like that into it. Now that was 2017. Now what happened was everything comes to an end. Nothing goes straight up. So we're in a bull market right now, but there will be a day of bear market, which is basically pessimistic sentiment across the market. That's a combination of just lower highs and lower lows, and that's just what a bear market is. And so when that bear market hit, my Dogecoin was left on an exchange called Cryptopia, and that exchange is global. I think it's in Germany or something like that. They went out of business. They went bankrupt, quote unquote, allegedly. And guess what? My Dogecoin was gone at the time. So now fast forward to 2021, and now Dogecoin has become the talk of the town. It's actually a top 10 cryptocurrency. No shade, it is what it is. I've watched my $150 investment go up to almost $30,000, and I can't even access it. I couldn't access because it's gone. It's gone. And so I say all that to say is that if you're new to crypto, if you're getting in, This is why we talk about ownership, actually having possession of your cryptocurrencies, using things like private wallets, hardware wallets, wallets that are not even, even Exodus is cool. Wallets that, you can use and you can hold your crypto. And the way you're holding your crypto is if you have your private key. It's the same way you live at this residence. You live at your home because you got the key to that place. You actually have the private key. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, the public key, for those who don't know, the public key is what is your mailbox. All right. So I can send anything to your house as long as I have your public key. All right. So the same thing, you can send me Dogecoin. You can send Ericka Dogecoin right now as long as you have her public key. All right. And so that's what folks were talking about, sharing the screenshots and the stuff like that. They're talking about public keys. So
I get that key up there now. Don't you worry.
Right. So I want to make sure people understand private keys. If you have the private key to your wallet, you own that crypto. And so that's why it's important sometimes to make sure you understand, that you should own your crypto, because if an exchange goes down, if something happens, that crypto is obsolete. It's gone. There is no recourse. I cannot go to the SEC. I can't go to anybody because they don't care. It's in Germany.
They like, we don't care. We don't care.
So that's 30,000 left on the table, gone, that I can never, that's gone now. It's done. And it just is what it is. But I just wanted to share. That's my Dogecoin story, is that, I invested in 2017.
Because the platform shut down. Why is the particular reason you couldn't get access to it? Just for
somebody to come behind here. They went bankrupt. Cryptopia is the exchange. They went bankrupt. Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. They went bankrupt.
They playing games.
Yep. Yeah, they ran off with the bread. They did the same thing that the developers of the Squid Game. They did probably the same thing. They just ran off. That's it. And so that's what I'm saying. Unregulated, wild, wild west. You have to protect yourself. So this is why I'm not, a lot of crypto OGs, they're against Coinbase and stuff like that. I'm not one of those guys. I'm a person that says, like my family, for example, my parents, they're on Coinbase. They're on crypto.com. That's a centralized exchange. And the reason why they're on those things is because those are American based and they're they're more established. All right. So it's very comfortable for them. It's almost like going in like how people use Robinhood. That's more established. So people trust it. Okay. Because what happens is if you start using some of these off brand exchanges, you might end up in a situation I was in with Cryptopia. And so just keep that in mind. I'm not an anti-centralized guy. I use both. I use Coinbase. I use centralized entities. But then I also have I also split up some of my stuff to where I own it. I have it in my possession, in my private wallets and stuff like that. So, you got to learn how to do the combo situation.
Okay, so y'all are super chatting the crap out of here. All right, early 2018, I got wrecked with blank coins. I backed up and dug into use cases, GitHubs, Reddits, and adoptions.
Yep.
Went into DeFi and holding BTC, ETC.
Yeah.
Got into Chainlink early, more DeFi. The portfolio is now panty dropper.
Hey, my man. Hey,
panty dropper.
Fisher, I'm curious. If you don't mind sharing, you said you got into Chainlink early. I'm trying to find somebody that's got in earlier than me. I'm in at 20 cent. So anybody, I haven't found nobody that, I'm sure there's people out there that's got in earlier than me, but I'm trying to find that. So just let me know if you can, brother. You probably got in at 10 cents. Shout out to you.
They said definitely subscribe to the brothers channel. Here's to Shiba going to a penny, breaking records, taking names, and knocking off heads. Salute, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks, Ericka.
Yeah, right. I'm not anti-Shiba. So if it goes to a penny, I told folks in the crypto trap house September 16th, 18th to go. I'll be getting Shiba.
All right, y'all. We got him up to 64 subscribers from 43.
Oh, thank you.
Let's get it up there.
Shout out to y'all. Thank you.
Y'all know y'all be asking. Y'all be dropping all kind of stuff in the chat. Now you can drop it over there. Someone said I have Voyager, Mark Cuban's coin, I guess.
Mark Cuban has some type of affiliation with them, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he does. I saw that the other day. I forgot what it was, but yeah, he does. That's a fact. Got to stick with centralized to have any recourse. Very true. Right. Decentralized is for, like I tell folks, it's for the grown crypto investor. It's levels to this thing. You know what I'm saying? So once you get to that point where you're comfortable using some of this stuff, then you can split your stuff up.
He got in at 82%.
Okay. Salute that. Shoot, you in there. That's big gains right there. That's what's up. And that's the thing I want folks to understand. You can come up in crypto. I don't want people to think that, this is, he's now made this a long-term. No. You can get big gains inside of the cryptocurrency market. It's all about market timing. What I was showing you guys earlier about halvings and understanding that type of stuff, we break all that stuff down. You have to understand market timing. Right now, we're at the end of the market. I'm almost positive. That's what I'm saying. My conviction is so strong on this. I'm almost positive we're about to all make money. If you're in crypto right now, everybody that's getting in crypto right now, we're all gonna make money because I believe this is the last wave. This is the last one. So we're all gonna make money. But the question is, who's gonna be positioned properly to where they, to keep some of those returns? And also, did you gain? Like for me, my question is always, did you gain in Bitcoin and Ethereum? Because I told you those are like long-term plays for me. So when every year I'm looking at my portfolio, I'm looking to see how I'm gaining in Bitcoin, gaining in Ethereum, because we're playing the long 20, the 2030, 2040, 2050, our children game, that type of thing.
I like it.
Oh, did everybody know about the projections from Fidelity Investments? They're projecting that Bitcoin is going to be at $1 million Bitcoin is going to be at 135 million by the year 2036 for folks that aren't aware. Now I'm projecting Bitcoin to be at $1 million by 2030. So I tell folks again, if you can't get a whole Bitcoin, it's okay. A piece of $1 million is not bad. Trust me. If you got 25% of a Bitcoin by 2030, you're sitting pretty. That's why I say it's a good savings account as well. But again, I just want to make sure folks heard about that. That's legit stuff right there. I can prove it to you, show it to you.
Got you. Let me see. It's the holiday season. So somebody asked, can you set it and forget it, or you have to always be watching these?
You can set it and forget it. So they have dollar cost. That's another one of my strategies. I've been dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've been doing that since 2018, since like Coinbase allowed for you to go ahead and dollar cost average. The moment they did that, I said, okay, you can go on Coinbase, you can go on some of these platforms, but I like to say Coinbase because it's publicly owned now. We know who to go after if our stuff is fucked up. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. My bad.
Come on, why are you trying to get me flag?
My bad. If something goes awry, we know where to go. And so I do use Coinbase for a dollar cost average strategy where you can go in, you can buy every week or every 2 weeks, every month, a certain allotment. And that's what I do. I take out of my income, I take a certain amount and I buy it every week. I buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've been doing this since 2018. And again, don't let anybody tell you that's a terrible strategy, because just from that alone, from buying it every week from 2018 or every month from 2018 and doing that for the course of 3 years, that alone has been monumental. It's like, wow, that's crazy. And so don't let nobody tell you that's a bad strategy. It's a good one. Even when the price of Bitcoin is going up or down, I accumulate more.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The reason I brought Madefive on, and I keep wanting to call you Anthony, but I'm gonna call you by your stage name. The reason I brought him on is so that you guys can learn from someone who's consistently doing this, consistently on it, doing it. You can go to his channel, you can educate yourself. You go to his Instagram page. The reason I called him when I was like, oh, I looked at my Coinbase and I have money, right? Because it's not my specialty. My specialty is creating businesses, monitoring stuff, and land development, right? That's where I am in my specialties, and playing around on this YouTube. So I want y'all to be connected with people who talk about this every day, who do this every day, who really look at this and study this every day, because we only have so many hours in a day. The past can never be cured. You can only learn from going forward. So learn from somebody else's past. That's how you get wisdom. Okay, where you lost some money. Okay, that unregulated stuff, all this stuff, right? Have money. Yeah, have $2. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't just be out here going, I'm gonna put $2 into something and it's gonna pop and I'm gonna be a millionaire. So that's really why I brought him on, because I really got tired of people being like, oh my God, Ericka, and I'm like, listen, I'm all for the advocates, but like, make sure you have, a house to live in and stuff. That's all I'm asking.
Right.
So anyways,
right. Be a responsible investor. That's for anything. I wouldn't tell anybody to ape into nothing that they, again, all this stuff is risky. So, things have risk.
So that's my biggest thing. And so I want you guys to go check out his YouTube channel. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I want you to check out his YouTube channel. I want you to subscribe. I want you to harass him. I want you to be on his Instagram, help him from being channel banned. You know what I mean? That kind of good stuff. We're at 85 subscribers for the Black Crypto Network.
Oh, man,
I want him at 100 or 150. There's no reason he can't be there. I'm gonna put him in the links in the description. I'm gonna share one of his videos in the community tab and tell y'all to go over there. But I really want y'all to understand like the power of this information, right? Again, there's levels to it. We all can't invest in real estate right now. We all can't invest in stocks. We can invest in $5, $10, $20 here and there. You know what I'm saying? So look at this. I love this. This is cracking me up, right? Stop it. He said,
what it say? What it say?
It's like Foot Locker in the hood.
I like Foot Locker in the hood, selling shiny shoes to new money, desperate money. Yeah, to some. I mean, yeah, I guess.
I want y'all to really
yeah,
study.
to
And
some.
that's my whole
Not to me.
is,
you know,
I want you to study.
I don't even go to Foot Locker. Right, but yeah, to some it is. I hate, and that's the part of it that seeing when you see when you've gone through bull runs and bear markets, bull markets and bear markets, and then you go through another bull market and you see the same exact thing that happened in the first one that you saw. It does kind of get to you a little bit because I hate the fact that it is like a Foot Locker for a lot of folks. You know, it's a desperate play, and it's sad. It doesn't have to be that way. If you just have a strategy, you have plans, and execute those strategies, execute your plans, you know, it typically will pan out for you when it comes to crypto. But a lot of people want that get rich, got to get it fast. You know, man, it just
get broke fast. That's what that is. So,
and the thing is, the gains come fast. It does come fast. So I'm not saying you can't get it fast, but sometimes you have to, you know, plant that seed, continue to plant that seed, and I call it accumulation. You know, accumulate, and then once it's that time, then it'll go. Perfect example. You spoke about the Facebook Metaverse. What was that on Friday or Thursday?
Yep.
Right. Okay. So people have to understand. There's a whole sector of cryptocurrencies, just like the stock market. There's a whole sector of cryptocurrencies that are already operating in the metaverse. They have metaverses, things like Decentraland, things. I see this thing on Sandbox now. I'm not even familiar with them. That's a metaverse. I've been posting this one that I was in a year ago called Seek VR. That's a virtual reality headsets, and they're doing more things than just the headsets. But I've been investing in that one. That one's is shooting through the roof right now. And so what I say all that to say is that Facebook news that immediately pumped all the metaverse cryptocurrencies. So I just had to sit and wait for that. Now that we're here, now I'm going to go ahead and get my seed capital plus some profit out, secure my investments, and then let that thing just run risk free. And that's a better way of playing it than just going around playing the Russian roulette game where I'm going to put, you know, that the shitcoin casino. I'm going to put money here, money here, money here. No. I've accumulated something that I saw value in. I did my research, and now that we got that news, that was the catalyst to kind of spark the metaverse talk across, obviously across the globe, and that's what's going on. Because that news, let's be very clear. I know you guys talk a lot of stocks and stuff like that, but that news is crypto news. That's crypto news right there, guys. That we're talking about metaverse. That's already in existence right now. You can go play in the metaverse right now. All right. But Facebook is just about to, that's about to be the godfather, the granddaddy of all metaverses, if you ask me.
They already, when they had that shutdown that one day, and again, this is on my side theories. That shutdown that day was and they couldn't get in. I think one, they may have been hacked, and two, they had already reset everything, because everybody who's in the ad space, I'm just giving you a little behind the scenes. Everybody who's in the ad space is like, something's wrong. All my Facebook is messed up. All my ads is messed up. So it's about to be a very interesting Black Friday. I'm gonna tell y'all, if you're in any of my classes, you're about to see all kind of YouTube ads out of the yammy on this platform. You're just gonna see it. Just behind the scenes stuff. So I think Facebook was already like, okay, Apple tripping, no problem. And I will give props to Wall Street Trapper. He did a good explanation. Excuse me, I apologize, y'all. It's Reset Tuesday. I done got my massage and my facial and my IV3. I'm about to take a nap, about to go to bed. But I know you got we're here an hour and almost 30 minutes. I really appreciate you coming on. There's so much good conversation. We got to do another part 2 of this, because I know there's about to be something big happening in crypto. I'm not certain. I'm going to an event in Miami, and I know they're going to talk about it around December 4th. So let's try to do one around then.
Yeah, let's do it. It's
a free event. We'll talk offline on that, though.
Okay, I would love to come as much as, if there's interest here about crypto. Hey, I'd love to come on and I know a lot of stuff when it comes to crypto.
The guy made a ton of money, and he's got a thing called Orca Capital right now. So, but we'll talk about that off camera. Okay. So, all right, you guys, tell them everywhere they can find you on the internet, and we're gonna close it on out.
All right. So, but before I do that, real quick, somebody just made a comment about the long game. I cannot stress that enough. When you're dealing with growth sectors, I know Ericka, she was really good at helping me with the cannabis stocks and stuff like that. I know it's a long game with a lot of this type of stuff. Same thing here when it comes to crypto. This is a long game. And I know a lot of Black folks need to understand you have to play the long game. The long game will take you from, not having any type of assets, because you're playing the long, you're accumulating over the long term, to not having assets to having assets. And it's just that simple. A lot of folks don't. You go 5 years and then you look back and say, okay, what have you accumulated that's actually an asset that's grown in value over the last 5, 10, 15 years? A lot of folks can't tell you, they can't even show you something they have that has grown in value over the last 10 years. And so understanding that, I think most people think that they're going to live another 10 years. So if you think that, then you should probably consider having, again, a strategy where you're investing and you're accumulating something that's growing long term. I don't care if that's real estate, crypto, stocks, whatever, but just know, crypto is one of the growing asset classes. Let's say it like that. Now, in terms of thanks for always bringing heavy hitters. Yep. Appreciate it, Christian.
You're at 97 subscribers. We need 3 more people to make them get to 100.
3 more. Can we get 3? Is there a 3 out there? I appreciate it, guys. Mm-hmm. You can find me on Instagram personally.
2 of y'all subscribe to his other channel too.
Shout out to y'all. You can find me at Madefive on Instagram. Again, for the business page for crypto, go to @Black Crypto Network. Again, @Black Crypto Network. Obviously, I told you guys I came into crypto. I always give credit to Dr. Claude Anderson, who taught me not to be afraid to be Black. And so, things that we do, we make sure that we put that into the title. Also, you can find me on YouTube at the Black Crypto Network. Again, this is the business page. I'm starting to populate that with more, the business side of crypto, news, information, market trends. I just dropped a video on Bitcoin's monthly returns. Mm-hmm. All right. And then also I have my commentary page, where I can talk my talk. That's over at the Black Crypto channel. All right. On YouTube. Okay. And that's where you can find me. If you want to join, if you want to know, if you want to talk in a more direct way, communicate in a more direct way, you want to see some of the stuff I'm doing, I'm investing, some of the stuff I'm trading with, all the type of stuff. You want to get trade ideas, potential investment opportunities and stuff like that. And when I'm even knowing when I'm selling, you want to get I got so much value. You want to get the crypto welcome guide. I got a definition. I call it the crypto black book that's coming out shortly. All that's being dropped soon over at thecryptotraphouse.com. Again, thecryptotraphouse.com. Oh, also I have my watch list, because I told you guys it's different sectors of cryptos, right? So along the different sectors, I have a lot of different cryptocurrencies that I've categorized that I either invest in or I'm watching to invest. And I told you, when I'm pulling the trigger, when I'm making a play, I'm going to share it. You know what I'm saying, in the tribe or what have you. So those are the places you can find me. I know that was a lot, but just replay it and write it down or whatever and do your thing.
All right, everybody, we're at 106 subscribers for the Black Crypto Network. Thank you for your participation. And encourage him to put some commentary up there. We want to see that page grow. Listen, we'll have a whole another conversation about Dr. Claude Anderson at some point, where I've just the sleeper has awakened, conversation. But we'll do that over another day. Anyways, you guys, thank you guys for being here so much. You guys are awesome. It was over 375 people in here at one point in time. So make sure y'all hit the like button. Don't do your girl wrong. Thank you for all the super chats. I think whoever spent $20 was the show sponsor today. So thank you for spending the 20. Well, honestly, the Bitcoin people might be the show sponsors, because they sent the $5 in Bitcoin, and that might be more. So, thank you so much for your time. And you guys, it's your girl Ericka Williams from the Classy Climb blog. I'll hit you guys up soon, and there'll be no class tonight. I'm going home. I'm going to bed. But I just want to make sure y'all know that. Wrapping up my night. But everybody who has classes for Wednesday and Thursday, y'all will get them